Greetings, friends! Well, it's good to be back home. Not too long ago, we got back from Missouri and hanging out with Doug and Stacy, as well as we had the opportunity to share and teach with a number of individuals, teaching people how to live a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle, as well as teaching them how to produce food for themselves. Not too long ago, some of the grocery store shelves were empty. They were here in our area. What about you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Did you experience any food shortages, grocery store shelves being empty in certain areas? Because we sure did. I saw it. And you know what, guys? I try to be positive for most of our videos. Try to keep positivity going. Try not to be negative. But you know what? I personally feel that we're going to see some more of that at some point. And we're already seeing food prices start to go up. We're probably going to see more of that too, guys. So this year, it's really been on my heart and mind to step up the game and try to produce and store and preserve more food for my family. And I hope to encourage you guys to do the same. Not trying to scare you, but I care about you guys. We care about you guys in every way. We want your health to be good. We want your families to be, their bellies to be filled, and you guys to live happy and a good, enjoyable life as best as you can. So we try to provide you with that, as well as some information and education along the way. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, is continuing to make sure my family has things that we need. So let's get started. Alright, so this room here is our grow room, for those of you who don't know. And this is where we start our seeds that we grow to starts to be transplanted out into the garden, as well as where we grow our microgreens. But in here is also where we have my seed library here. And speaking of seeds, while we're out in Missouri, I had a chance to talk with a homesteader who is also an employee at Walmart. Won't give the name, but they were telling me that back when we had the seed shortage earlier this year, that right before they announced that seed shortage, that Walmart had told the employees to trash the seeds. Not that they were bad, to just put them in the dumpster, in the trash. So was the seed shortage that we had really a shortage? Or was it artificially done, and then people are also buying seed on top of that to make it even worse? I'll leave it up to you to think about that. Not really sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this area. I need to do some organizing, because right down here, the shelf isn't the best shelf, and we just started sticking things. But we need to make it more organized, where we can have some shelving for storing food, as well as put our seeds here. We may move them around somewhere, but I'm not sure. But I have a shelf up at our wash and pack station area for what we do for our vegetables. And I'm going to move that down here and put something else up there. Alright, this is the shelf that we're going to be moving into the grow room for some shelving for food storage. And we've been using this shelf out here in our wash and pack station area, and we've been storing things like egg cartons here. But with it being in the open air, there's been moisture that has gotten to some of our egg cartons, like right here, and doesn't really work for that. So what I'm thinking I need to do is I need to switch this shelf out with like a garage cabinet, a metal garage cabinet. I think that will work much better. So I don't have that yet, but we'll get that. But first we need to move this shelf. The only problem is, dum dum dum, we have wasps right there. So I don't have any wasp spray, so I'm gonna have to make up a vinegar or soapy spray on them. See if that'll work. Just hope I don't get stung, which has happened quite a number of times here with wasps. We actually don't have a shortage of wasps here, but they can actually be really beneficial to getting rid of some of the pests that bother produce in the garden. However, they can also hurt and be somewhat of a nuisance in areas you don't want for them to be in. Alright, so looking online here, it looks like there's a number of things that you can do to make your own DIY wasp killer. However, they have cautions with that. So I can either use soap and water spray from the soap they say is a good killer, but to be very, very cautious, as well as using vinegar, as well as using peppermint oil and water. So I have had some experience here. We've used peppermint oil before with yellow jackets, which can be similar to wasps. So what I'm thinking I'll do is maybe combine them all and make one just spray with peppermint oil, liquid soap, and water, and with vinegar as well. So let's see if that works. Alrighty, we have our bottle here with some water, some liquid soap, some peppermint oil, and some vinegar. Alrighty, so we're just gonna pour some of our soap in here, just making it up. See where that goes. Put some oil in here, peppermint oil. Alright, next we're gonna add the vinegar, and I don't know what will happen once we combine all these. Hopefully it won't be an explosion. So I'm just shaking, hoping it won't explode. But it explodes, it's gonna explode like no explosion. Alrighty. See how much that is. So just have to test it. Alrighty. So hopefully the wasps don't kill me. I'll go out there and just test it out. Alrighty. So I'm a little scared. First should probably do a test spray against the wall here. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Does it smell pepperminty? It smells more vinegary than anything. Alright. I'm scared. Alright. Alright, here we go. There they are right there. Right there. I'm ready, guys?
Yep.
Oh, out of here. Whew. Thankfully I didn't get stung. I sprayed them a few times. I'm not sure if it did anything. They did get stirred up and we're like, what is happening? So get a little bit of courage and go back over there and see what happened. Whew, heard that noise. I thought something was coming after me. The giant wasp is coming. I don't see him. They hit it a few more times.
Oh, there's one on the top.
Whew. So there's no more at the nest. And looks like there's a couple that may have gotten partially sprayed and they're just going crazy. So I think I could just go ahead and move the shelf quickly. It should be fine. And hopefully I'll continue to avoid getting stung. Probably should have did this first. Get these items off of here. But whoops. Alrighty, just still keeping an eye out for them. Sometimes they'll be mad and still come after you, sting you. Make sure there's no other nest that I missed at the same time. Alright, see one right there. We're just going to keep spraying, keep spraying it heavy. Not happy about that. It's not dead, but it's definitely not having a good life right now. Looks like it's actually dying. So it looks like the spray does work. I don't just enjoy killing something, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Just going to try to knock off the nest and move this out of here big time. Guys, just stay back, but make sure you can keep an eye out for me. Watch my back. Cover me.
That nest is big.
Yep. Anybody got a stick or something? The water's not even knocking it off.
Here, you got a stick. They got a stick for you.
Alright, that's it. Thanks for the stick. So we're going to knock the nest off here. Got some babies in there. Alright, I do want you guys to see this because it does look like that wasp just is dead now. One that I just sprayed. Check it out right there. So that spray did work. See it? That's the wasp right there.
Ninja turtle.
Alrighty, I must admit, I am pleasantly surprised that the wasp killer spray worked. I have used wasp spray from the store in the past that you can buy, as well as using the flame weeder with the handheld torch to just kill them instantly and burn them and hear them popping. It's kind of neat. Sounds kind of sick though. But if you don't have any of those items, you could just make your own wasp spray with what we used was peppermint oil, vinegar, liquid soap, and water. So Josiah's cleaning off the shelf for us right now before we transition it into here. And as he's doing that, what we're gonna do is start taking these items out of here so that way we can set up our shelf. So guys, can you give me a hand with carrying some of these items out? All right, our shelf is in place. But when we originally designed this room, we didn't design it for the purpose of growing starch or storing food for our family. The original plan for this building here, this mini thing, was to be a walk-in cooler. So it was going to be a place where we could take our produce, harvest it from the garden, and bring it in here to store at a temperature like your refrigerator. And we had a cool bot set up to our AC unit, and usually they work really well. However, the big mistake that I made when we constructed this was we put it in a terrible location. So it has no shade, it's not within a building anywhere to help keep it cool, and during the warm months it just was not able to keep it cool enough in here to use as a walk-in cooler. However, it is cool enough in here to store things. I can keep it 60, 70 degrees, no problem, but getting it down to 30 and 40, it just doesn't, it's just too hard on it, especially at this time of year. So it is what it is. So we're making do with it. Ideally, I would like to have all the shelves in here be like this 4-foot wide wire shelf. But we're working with what we have, and the dimensions of this room, on the outside, it's 8 by 8 by 8. But on the inside is shorter than that. It's closer to just a little over 7 feet by 7 feet by 7 feet. So I wouldn't be able to get another 4-foot wire shelf. I'd have to go with a 3-foot one, which we may upgrade and do in the future. But once again, we're working with what we have. So I think what we're gonna do for this shelf right here is when we gather our eggs, we bring them inside. We don't wash them right away. We bring them into a little bit cooler temperature, like room temperature. So we're gonna bring our eggs, set them here, and then we have some bulk rice and oats that we're going to store down here just to keep the shelf stable and more secure down below, and then we'll go from there. One of the things that I like to encourage you guys to do, and it's something that I want to do as well, is take a certain portion of your food budget and dedicate it to just storing food. Not making it for the food that you eat on a week-to-week basis, but something that you have in case of an emergency. Maybe you do something like 20%, like Joseph did in the Bible, to prepare yourself for some hard times. But whatever you can, whatever your budget is, just try to set aside a certain portion of that budget for tougher times when you might not be able to get food, whether it be 10%, 5%, whatever. Just a little bit can make a difference. So we're going to take some of this surplus here that we bought here recently, and we are going to put it as food storage. In addition to using this shelf right here, We're also going to use this shelf for storing some food here, and we also have some canned goods that we're going to use. So canned goods are some really good items that you can use for storing because they have a longer shelf life. All right, we got some corn here, some black beans there, more black beans. Got some salmon and some canned chicken. All right, we don't eat a ton of this stuff, processed food, but when we do try to eat organic, and this is a great item to store as well. While we were in Missouri, we were gifted with this honey, 1 gallon of honey. So pretty excited about this, and we got this from our friends at Bluegrass Homestead, and super excited about that. So thank you guys so very much for that, and I even had the opportunity to meet my little super friend Daphne. And Daphne, if you're watching, hey Daphne. So we're actually going to take this honey here in a little bit and pour it, divide it into quart jars, just so it'd be easier to manage, and do it while it's warm. That was a recommendation from a number of you who saw that I posted it on Instagram, so thank you for that. And then we're going to set those quart jars right up here on this shelf. And then our bag foods, we're just going to store in a box just because they're a little bit easier to bag, so we just store in the box instead of put directly onto the shelf. And one of those items is organic quinoa. I like quinoa. You guys like quinoa? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't believe this. This is so frustrating to see. Well, we were planning to jar this honey, but we had a number of delays and it got left outside a little bit too long, and this is what happened. Lacie cleaned it up and was able to salvage some, but out of all that honey that was in there, this is all that we have left. I'm bummed out. I was really thankful really thankful that Jessica and Stephen gave us this honey, and feel very sorry because I know that they put a lot of hard work into putting the honey in for us to enjoy, and this is all that we have left. Bummer. So very, very discouraged, but things happen. Well, we'll take this little bit and we will enjoy the honey that is here, and hopefully we'll try to get more. Our bees that we brought into the homestead this year won't produce really honey for us this year, but hoping for next year. And because we really like honey. Honey is good. And speaking of bees, recently I got a bee suit from a viewer, Cheryl, who also has a YouTube channel, 2 fries short of a Big Mac. So hopefully we'll be using this pretty soon, and I'm planning to actually upgrade the hive for the bees that we have, so this suit will come in handy big time. And I do also want to mention, since I'm heading back out there, I'll take my kombucha. I recently started my hand at making kombucha, and this is actually my first batch that I am doing. First batch started a couple weeks ago. Got back from Missouri and started the second fermentation, and then put it in the refrigerator, and then actually was able to try it for the first time last night, and it tastes much better than I thought it was going to. Hopefully it won't just go spewing out, shooting out like happened to us when we were at Doug and Stacy's place. Maureen heard it spewed out everywhere. So here we go. Kind of scared. Whew. No explosion. I'll actually see it's coming up though. Let's actually see if it tastes any good. Surprisingly, even better than I thought it was gonna be. So right now I'm currently just doing 1 gallon at a time with kombucha. Hopefully as I improve on my skills at making it, we can start doing bigger batches. And this room is good to store it because it's usually in the 70s, and with kombucha you want to keep it between 65 and 80 degrees. Well, gotta go back outside of here and clean up some of the items that we removed out of here. So, see you guys next time. Wow. Man, bees came for the honey.
Well, at least our bees are getting to eat the honey.
Yeah.
I did earlier, whenever I got the jar and picked up all the pieces, I did scrape up honey onto a tray and actually took it over to our bees. So, like I said, at least our bees could eat the honey. And then they have found it, and look at this now. There's just like tons of them over here.
Jessica and Steven, we're so sorry about this, but at least somebody is getting to enjoy this honey.
Well, I'm gonna go over here and check again where I put this tray of honey and see what they're doing and see if we can see. I don't know if they'll do it out on the, I guess, doorstep of the hive, but honeybees will actually do a little dance and it'll tell the other bees where like flowers are or where food is. And let's just go see what they're doing over here. Well, they've definitely found the tray. Right here. Uh-oh. Wonder if this one is stuck. Come on, little one. Come on. There you go. Get you out of that sticky honey. This is the one that was stuck. Super cool. I grew up around bees. My grandfather always had a few hives, and so I grew up like going out and picking up bees and watching them. I think they're so cool. See, it's getting all cleaned off. Now I kind of wish it would find another little spot to get cleaned off. Maybe I can get it to go. Oh, there it goes. There it is, right there. The bees don't make me as nervous as they do other people. As long as you don't freak out and just keep calm, most of the time, you'll be fine. I just had one land in my hair a little bit ago, and just don't freak out and move really, really slow. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna work bees without a suit. But like this, I'm just gonna be calm and it'll all work out. Oh, it looks like another one needs help.
Turn it up, windows down.
She's pretty covered.
The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free.
This is so amazing. I love bees. So that's
They
so
say
cool.
we're
What do you see?
crazy, it's too much.
Getting all that honey off.
And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love.
Well, if you can't tell, it's thundering in the background. I'm hoping the bees can get all the honey before the rain comes. I'm gonna put her down and I'm gonna head inside. And I guess out of every bad thing comes something good. So I guess this is the upside, even though we're so sad that the honey jar broke. We're happy that it's feeding somebody else. So we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go